Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Morning Motivational Rant. I am your host, Dino, the genetic marvel, and with me, as always, is my co-host, Crystal Morency. Good morning, Crystal. How are you today?
Wow, that was aggressive. Good morning, Dino. I am good. And how are you doing today? And up next, we got Jake the Snake Roberts. He's going to come in and take him under his arm.
Listen, if we could get Jake the Snake, our views would skyrocket, okay? Let's be honest. Jake the Snake was awesome.
Ooh, hi, Jake the Snake Roberts. We'll take you. You can sit on my end of things.
That's probably not advisable.
I'll replace Dino's picture with your picture. Dino, did you notice that I have your picture right in the corner of my bed?
That is creepier and creepier by the day. You're like, I have it right beside my pillow where I sleep. So inappropriate, Crystal. So inappropriate.
I just put it up for the show. I promise I take it down.
Please do. Please do. That's not healthy.
When I remember.
It's not good for you. Despite what people think, this face, not the greatest thing to dream about. Just saying. It tends to get a little bit intense when you see this face in your dreams. And when I say intense,
tell me about it.
What the fuck?
Not like a weird way. And
not making it better.
We're being hunted by the CIA way. Like, and aliens are really government, by the way, people.
I'm not sure what has happened. I'm not sure if she just called me in her dreams as being the CIA and or an alien.
No.
Neither of them sound like
you are being hunted by them.
I don't think that's
for all the trash talk.
I don't think that's better, but hey. That's So, yeah. Fun times.
Yeah. So, how are you doing this morning, Dino?
Yeah, no,
I'm good, by the way. Hi, guys.
Hello, everyone. No, I'm good. It's having a good day. I woke up early. So Victoria wanted to go. She had a couple errands to run in the morning, so I woke up extra early and went and got us coffee. And I had run out of smoke, so I had to pick up smokes and stuff like that. So I've been up since early. This is the thing: is that you have a lot more going on than I do, right? So it's like. I'm sitting here going...
In the morning?
No, all times. Because you're so busy, right? Yeah. She's like, I have people
I just have a lot, right?
Yeah, she's like, I have people to take care of. I have fishing to do. Fish aren't going to fish themselves. They're very important. I
spend like an hour at best getting out to go fishing, and that includes my driving time.
That sounds horrible.
This is what time I get. Yes, it's not fun. And yesterday, it was so wavy and windy, I didn't have time. So I sat in the car for 10 minutes and listened to some Fleetwood Mac. And drowned my misery away in some Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah, then, but what happened? What happened when you posted that video?
And then, I know, nothing. Somebody complained this morning about copyright shit because apparently they've had some issues. It's not copyright when you sing along to a song in your car.
It is, though, when you play it in the background.
People do it all the time.
It's so, what happens is,
It's fine. I never got shut. I've never been taken down for singing along to a song in my car, which nobody else has.
Everyone...
When you try to use that song as a selling feature...
Listen, guys, if you see Crystal singing in her car, call the police immediately to get them to chase her down. She is no longer allowed to sing. It's against the law. No, you know what?
People are just so Karen. It's like, oh my God, relax your damn self.
The problem
live
is...
a little. Stop worrying about all the 100 billion rules that are out there, because there are 100 billion rules, and we can't follow them all. As long as you're not trying to rip off somebody's shit, then don't try to rip off somebody's shit. Clearly, I was not trying to rip off somebody's shit. I was having a breakdown and listening to some Fleetwood Mac and smoking a doobie, so that way I calmed the fuck down. Which everybody else used to do once in a while.
I can't really say anything about that. I can comment, though, that when she's like, there are literally a billion laws, she really came across like she counted. Like, she's like, she took like 6 days without sleep and took the time to count them all. And she wanted to let you
This
know,
is the problem.
just for you guys, okay? She took that time out of her busy schedule just for you. This is very weird.
Because I'm taking that time for you.
Yeah. I feel like it's just got me on a weird angle, so I'm like looking up, and it's just not, no, that's just right at your chest. This,
I don't know.
it's fine. No, just fine. It's just leave it there. This. The best part is you're so helpful. Like, you try and be so helpful, and I'm just like, I feel bad to say something, but then you're just like, how's this? And I'm like, that's just your chest. And you're like, are you sure? Why don't you take a look at it? I'm like, I don't need to take a second look. It's good. Everything's fine. Just higher. Just bring it up. This happened to me. You know what? I forget where I was, but I was at.
I'm gonna arrest you.
The best. I forget where I was, but I was wearing like a shirt. Like, I was in like Target or something, and I had a red golf shirt, like a red polo on. And so somebody like assumed that I worked there because I'm fat, you know, and I don't look like I would have a better job. Let's be honest, right? So I look like
That's not that Target employees. That's a bad job.
yeah, it is. No, they know. They know. I'm not saying that they do a bad job. I'm saying you guys have to put up with an obscene amount of shit for pathetic pay. It's a shit job, right?
Yeah.
But this lady was like, I was walking by. I think Victoria had to go into the ladies section. She was trying to buy something like I forget what it was. It was in the States somewhere. And like this lady is like, sir, do you know? And like she holds up this massive bra. When I mean massive, I mean this thing looked like it would shell a tank. Like it could cover a tank. Like it was massive. And she's like, is there any bigger size than this? And I just looked at her and I'm like, I hope to God so. I want to see him. I was a lot younger. And irresponsible. And she was like, oh my God, you don't work here. I'm like, no, I don't. And I'm a pervert. See you later. And I just kept on walking. And I'm like, listen, I walked fast. I didn't run, let's be honest, right? But I walked fast away from that lady so she could not call for somebody who worked there. Because it was very, are they any bigger than this? I'm like, I hope to see him. Boom. It was, yeah.
I am so, like, approachable, I guess, or look like I obviously always work in a department store.
No.
Because I always get asked for help, no matter what. But it doesn't help that I always...
Help them?
Greet people. I greet people. Whenever somebody walks into a store, if I'm already in there, I'm like, hello.
See, this is the...
I do it when I go to restaurants.
I know, I can totally see you doing that. Hi! And people are like...
I do. Hi, how are you doing today? Meanwhile, I don't work there. I don't.
They think she's the manager. They're like, let's talk to the manager over there.
All the time.
That's, yeah. And,
I get people come up to me all the time. Everywhere I go, hi. Oh, do you know what's good on the... Oh, hi. Do you know?
I could see, this is what I could see. I could picture, like, me, Victoria, myself, and you, we go out for dinner to a fancy place, okay? You go to the bathroom. When you're coming back, somebody walks in and you say, hey, how are you? And you keep walking. You come sit down with us again. They come to the table and they're like, miss, can we talk to you for a second? And you're like, sure. I will know exactly what's going on. Victoria would be like, who the fuck's this person? I'll be standing going, they think she's the manager. That's what's happening. And they'll take you to their table and be like, listen, we didn't really get good service. And you'd be like, who do you want me to tell? And they're like, the district manager. You'd be like, I don't have his number. He's not a friend of mine. I don't know what to do. They're like, that's exactly what happened. And she would try and help. She's like, she would pull up her phone. She's like, district manager for this place.
Or where are we at?
She's like, what place is this? I'll find the guy. Don't worry. I'll let him know. And like this guy, and the worst part is, she's going to walk away and come back, sit down. They're going to get still mad. They're going to write a complaint about Crystal, the manager, who does not work there. Crystal's going to message the district manager. The district manager is going to start having a parlay with Crystal. and go back and forth to the point where Crystal's going, I don't even work here. I've spent like 3 hours on this shit. It's not my problem. And I'm gonna have to step in, grab her phone, and be like, she doesn't work for you. Leave her alone. And that's exactly the type of thing that would happen to you.
This has happened that I've gone up to go to the bathroom and somebody's asked me questions.
I'm not surprised. I'm really not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's the confidence with which you walk. She's very confident for being 4'3". You'd be surprised. It's amazing. She even will like wear like open-toed shoes to show off her giant feet and just be like, and it's amazing because you would never think that.
I'm a shoulders up, head up kind of person though. You always have to walk with your head up like you have purpose and with your shoulders straight. And you walk like you have purpose and you belong in the room.
See?
Because that always walks through the back of my head and heel to toe, heel to toe, heel to toe, shoulders up, head straight like you have.
And she has great posture. You know what? That's why she tells people she's 4'4", but she's actually 4'3". It's her posture makes her look to the top. Yeah. See, for me, when I'm in a room, I look
at 4'5".
I'm 4'6". I'm 4'6" and 395 pounds. No, that would just be a circle. It's a circle. That's what I'm. No.
Yeah.
But like when I get into a room, I have a look on my face that says, "I dare you to tell me to leave," and that's why. And no one usually does because people are just like, "Nah, it's not worth it," because I just don't look happy. Actually, there's been a couple times when people are like, "Oh, hi, welcome to wherever," and I'm like, "All right," and they're just like, please don't kill anyone. I'm like, I'm in a bad mood. I'm sorry. And they're like, sir, we'll try and make you the best mood possible. And I'm like, just send me a deaf person. I don't want to talk with them. I'll just point to what I want and no interaction.
Oh, this sounds like you walked into like a rub and tug and you're like, sir, we'll try to make you as happy as possible.
No.
Send me a deaf one.
It was a TGF Fridays. It was a TGF Fridays. That's what it wasn't.
At a rub and tug.
No! I knew a guy who would like. I knew a guy who would
located near the airport in Toronto.
Those kind of places. I'll just go to a strip joint if I want to go to a strip joint. I don't like a rub and tug. It feels so dirty. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. It's just because I see some of the guys going in there.
Maybe it's just the ones that you've been to.
No, because I've seen guys go in there, and I'm like, I don't like the look of that guy. I'm like, I'm not. It's not about the services or the staff or anything like that or the pricing. It's just I don't like how their clientele look, and I'm like, I don't want to be lumped in with those weirdos. So.
Sometimes there's really hot ones that go too.
I've never seen those guys. I'm sure they exist.
And professional business.
Oh, definitely, that's for sure.
That are nice and classy, and we will not talk ill of them.
I will.
We might need favors one day.
I'm not jerking off any dudes, okay? Let's be very clear. I'm not giving handies to anyone other than myself, okay?
Either am I. This is why I'm broke. This is why I'm broke.
I think that's better. Honestly, I'm not. I don't mean to judge or anything like that.
It is better.
But that's a very.
I can eat candy all day long.
No, but I feel like having to do that. It's a very taxing experience, right? Like, it's a brutal thing.
It would be.
Yeah.
It would be, I would imagine.
I imagine it's No, it's very weird. I don't know. You know, it's amazing to see how things have changed over the years, right? Like, I feel like the fact that there's still a lot of judgment on those kind of interactions, I think is stupid. Not for any other reason than because it's so hush hush and in the dark and everything like that. It just became such an unsafe environment for everyone involved, and you're like, listen, I just want to get a quick handy. That's like I'm at a time constraint, and I just need somebody to take care of it. That's, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's unreasonable, but at the same time, it's like, oh, but you got to go down this dark alley where all these people might rob you and kill you, and you're like, I don't want to go there. I'm not like. That's what I call home. I want something different. I want something flashy. That's why people go to Vegas. I don't want to gamble at Rama. I want to gamble with fountains and lights and things happening.
And wear a gold sequin dress like Ginger.
I would wear a gold sequin shirt
casino.
or a suit, not a dress. That would be more my thing. I'm not judging.
In. See how Ginger walks into a room when she's like, she got her shoulders up, head held high, and she just shines.
Ginger Spice? Are you talking about Ginger Spice?
No. Ew, no.
Wow.
Let's class it up a little bit. Ginger off a casino.
Nah, I don't know who you are. I don't know.
Sharon Stone.
Sharon Stone's not classy, honey. Come on. Okay? She's not classy.
She was very
No, classy. Sigourney Weaver is classy. Okay?
No, she's just uglier,
listen,
which makes her classy.
Listen. Have you heard about Sharon Stone? Okay?
What? What about her? That she's beautiful?
Well, do you know the famous bathtub scene in... which movie is it in? There's a famous scene with Sharon Stone in a bathtub. And the Hollywood rumors are that the entire crew pissed in that bathtub before she got in.
Ew. What?
Yeah. She is not a nice person from what I hear.
Oh.
Yeah. And you know,
that's kind of funny.
As we've explained on this podcast many a time, beauty sometimes is on the inside. Not in my case. In my case, it's on the outside. But I'm dead inside.
Mine too.
Nah, you're good people, you piece of bastard.
I don't know. No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
Listen.
I'm broken.
I honestly
feel like a good upbringing.
I feel honestly that everyone is broken in their own way. I don't. That's why. No, you're good people. You're fine.
Oh, definitely. Everybody is definitely broken.
That's for sure.
Some a little bit more than others. And you know what? I was singing yesterday on my drive home.
Why don't you tell us?
Because that's my thinking
time. Why don't you
tell us? I'm going to.
It.
That it sucks being single at my age too, because everyone's already dated.
What do you mean?
So everybody's already been in a relationship, which is hard because everybody's broken. Everybody's fucked up. Everybody's been hurt. Everybody's been jaded, and now, or they want something that they had before, or they just so everybody's got too much.
Yeah.
On the other end that they're not willing to let go of. Because everybody's been in love before you. And stuff.
But that's...
So it's like, you know, and they're broken to it, and they don't want it, or they want something different.
You gotta...
Or they want the same thing they had before.
Yeah, but that's... Listen,
or, I don't know.
If they want what they had before, get out of there. Number one. Number two is if they honestly are broken because of a relationship, get out of there. Okay? I'll tell you why. Yeah. Don't get all softy on me, okay? Come on.
I'm not.
She looks like she's gonna feel something. Don't feel anything. Look at the picture of Dino. He's very regal and encouraging. Is that see, my theory is that everyone's broken because of their own individual experience. If they're broken from an external force, such as looking to recreate the past, or broken because of a significant other that injured them mentally, physically, whatever. Those are kind of like they're like a broken arm at the X Games. You're like, everyone saw that coming. Everyone saw that shit coming. That's gonna happen, right? You fuck up a relationship that you knew was the best time you were ever gonna have in your life. You want it back? Yeah, you fucked up. We all know that was gonna happen. Everyone in your friend circle saw you do it and said, can't do anything about it, right? And that's twofold. It's number one, you're not able to receive criticism is one thing from your friends, and number two is that your friends they value your friendship enough to say, I know he's going to get hurt, but I'd rather keep his friendship. So, either what. But that's why I say you're...
meeting eyeballs.
Yeah, that's disgusting. She shown me that she had stolen children and was eating their eyeballs. It's disgusting. I said, don't bring it on the podcast. And she's like, no, I mean my baby eyes on the podcast. It's a horrible thing. Anyways.
Yeah.
We haven't really said anything, and we're almost at 20 minutes. It's kind of ridiculous, but...
Oh, let's talk something.
Well, I was going to try.
Do you want to talk about the fact that nothing about Ghislaine Maxwell has come out? She hasn't even been in court or nothing?
Well, no. So her court date is in a year. She's just in solitary confinement.
I thought, what?
Yeah. So she had a bail hearing. Bail wasn't granted because she's a flight risk. So now her actual trial is next summer. Yeah. Because, in the States, they do everything quick. they don't do everything quick. It's not true. So.
And her being such a flight risk and such a problem, they're going to wait a year.
Well, that's due process. Remember, in the States, they don't make a case and then arrest you. They arrest you, then make a case. I don't know.
They should do that.
I don't know why she's giving me a shock face. No, you don't arrest people without a case. That's how people go free. She's like, no, I got some fuckers that need to be arrested.
Well, because they wait too long to make a case and the person's done 5 billion things.
I think kudos to them for doing 5 billion things. It's a lot of things to do. Let's be honest. It's, no, look, you can't. This is why is that it's a weird thing I think that we're going through, and we're seeing it very thing. Like, okay, like I've always had a passport. Okay, so I've always, because I've traveled to Greece, I travel outside the country, not for work. Like we would always go for we would go vacations and stuff. Not privilege. It was called being upper middle class, and my fucking dad working his ass off. Fuck you. It's not privilege. Okay, so. But that's the thing is you can't travel to another country without a passport. You can't do, like, these things are all very strict now, and that's the thing is, in actuality, borders are just made up lines. They don't actually exist, right?
Some places they don't actually exist.
Well, that's the whole idea was, like, the United States of America, in actuality, is the original plan was similar to that of the European Union, is that it offers better negotiation for trade, currencies, travel. It makes things a lot more efficient. But in actuality, each individual state does have their own very strict laws that are very difficult. So, in the same sense, like the idea of traveling, that was one of the big benefits of Europe, is that you could go through Europe and just drive, right? Like you would go to other countries, no big deal. And it's the same sense where now you have a situation where everything's getting locked down and everything's getting a little bit scarier. I don't know. Things are happening, and that's why you have people like Ghislaine, who's a horrible fucking human being. That's for goddamn sure. But now, yeah, we uploaded an episode yesterday where we were talking about how in Brooklyn they had like all these barriers and stuff, and it was, and you're like, oh, she's gonna fucking die, right? And nothing happened. But the thing is, we're not hearing any news. We're not hearing any news about it, which is very, very disconcerting. It's very peculiar, and that's why it's like,
especially with the election, we're not hearing any news.
Honestly, I feel like that might come out. Like, that might be one of the big reveals.
Well, yeah, and the Clintons are, like, full running the Democratic election here, making it very clear, Hillary 2.0, blah, 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 all this stuff. And meanwhile, this is her husband is in this. If this was Donald Trump, even remotely anything to do with this, oh my God. Yeah. That guy would be done. Done.
This is the crazy
that's
part.
That's scary.
Well, and that's the thing is,
it would be all over the news.
We're seeing that not only are there separate rules for the wealthy, there are separate rules for the connected that are not as wealthy or wealthier. Then there's a separate set of rules for the ultra wealthy, like Jeff Bezos and those guys, right? Yeah. And then the rules governing the common people. By common people, I don't mean myself. I mean Crystal and you guys, just to be clear. No, but like, just no regular.
I don't follow rules. So I really
the funny thing is that Crystal will follow like made up rules with more like more intensity than real rules, and which I find fucking hilarious. Like, that was one of the best parts. It was like, I'm not sure if this actually happened or if I dreamed it. Not sure. But I feel like there was
Whoa, now who's dreaming?
Anyways, you don't want to get involved in that. Trust me right there, you do not want to get involved in that. They're not good. But I remember something like, I feel like there was somebody dropped like a fry or something, but it was like they dropped it off their plate onto the table, and I could have sworn it was you that was like, 10-second rule, don't be a pussy.
Probably.
And I was like, 10-second rule? It's fucking 2019. It's a 5-second rule, okay? 10-second rule, that's a long time. 5 seconds, I think, if you can't pick it up in 5 seconds, it's owned by the floor now. It's gone, right? But I feel like that happened, and I was like, that sounds like something that Krista would say. She'd be like, hey, 25-second rule, pick that shit up. And you're just like,
yeah.
That's definitely not the rule, but she'll be
if it was you, I would say that to give you time to bend over to get it.
Oh! 25 and a half minutes and we're on to fat jokes. Well, thank you very much, Crystal. What a bastard, eh? Oh, you need extra time to pick
Just
up...
trying to give you writing material.
The fallen frog.
Just in case you were having trouble.
I might steal that, though. I can make that work. It'd be like, most people have the 5-second rule. I have the 13-minute rule because it takes me a lot to bend over. And I might want an amuse-bouche later. It's something fancy just to remind me of the feeling. That's a horrible joke.
Stop halfway up for a water. Stop.
Just splash it on my face. Like, it's so good. Yeah, I was thinking of going on a rant during one of my sets, and then halfway through, be like, does anybody have any apple slices or something? I'm a diabetic. I need some food or something. And just watch people go, oh, sad clown. Yeah.
I'll bring candy.
No, I see. The problem is you bringing candy and me saying, hey, does anyone have any candy? You would be like, I'm going to throw it into your mouth. And I'll be like, no, you're not. And then she's like, watch how far I can go. I'm like, stop moving. Hand me candy. Hand me candy because I'm not a 3-year-old. And she's going to like, woo, I'm going to have candy like just stuck on random parts of like a shirt everywhere. And she's just going to be like, I almost got it that time, but your teeth are very large. And it bounced right off it. I'm going to be bleeding from the nose because she's going to be like, can't you catch? And I'm like,
I'll lick them first so that way they stick to your face.
Okay, but you're aiming for my mouth, Grosso. Okay? She's like, whoa! Here, you need some spit on that. It's not a ninja star. Fuck's sakes, Crystal.
To help lube it up. Do you lick ninja stars? Is that dangerous?
I don't know how to acknowledge that, guys. I'll be honest with you. Why would you need to lube up candy? I don't understand. That is not an appropriate. You should never say, hey.
So it sticks better.
If anyone says, hey, that candy needs some lubricant, don't touch that candy. I'm just going to throw that out there. Oh. What was that? Okay, I said, if someone says that...
I always got told to lick the candy slowly before I eat it.
Oh, that reminds me. Okay, somebody sent me a meme, and I almost died. I almost died laughing. Okay, so the first picture is a guy rubbing a genie's lip. Second picture, the genie comes out, says you are given 3 wishes. There are 3 things you're not allowed to wish for. Number 1, you can't wish for more wishes. Number 2, you can't wish for more genies. And number 3, you can't wish for everlasting life. And then it goes to the guy. It goes to the guy, and he goes, "I wish lollipops would moan every time you lick them." And then it goes back to the genie, and the genie's like, 4 things you can't wish for. That's it. 4 things you can't wish. And I was like, what? See, this is... And so I'm going to use that...
Why would that be able to happen?
For a lollipop to moan when you lick it? Are you mental? Seriously. That is the worst thing in the world. Can you imagine? Like, you're like... And it's like, oh. Ooh. Do you want your lollipop to make the oh and ooh sounds in your life?
There's always somebody moaning every time I lick a lollipop.
I think you might need to move. I'm just going to say that maybe your environment is not really upbuilding. And
Joking. I live in my grandfather's house. That's not.
I'm not judging the greatest generation that ever lived. I'm just saying.
Oh, I had to fill out some paperwork for him this morning. In 1938. Now those are some times.
That's just before the war too. That's a hard time to live. Like just.
Well, they came here.
Oh,
They came here while the war was happening because they're from Transylvania.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
Wow, that's scary.
Yeah. Yeah, they came here with just a chest, like full of some random stuff. That was it.
That's
all they came here with.
listen.
And then started this, and then had this beautiful life with nothing. And then we bitch and complain that our economy is going down and blah, blah, blah. That's why I want to go live in the forest. Because life is simple and you don't need everything in order to be happy.
I feel like
You just
she
need
has
a camera and some Wi-Fi.
I feel like there are too many jokes for that statement. I don't know. I feel like there's just too much.
And your vibrator.
It's like she doesn't want to give a show to the trees at all. She's just so.
Sorry.
See, this is my problem. Okay, like I like the idea of going into the woods for like a week. I like that idea. I do. Because.
What about 21 days?
That's a little long. That's a little long for me, and I'll be honest with you, you don't want to smell me after 21 days. That's not healthy.
Well, you have a shower hookup and stuff. I have a portable hiking shower.
I don't trust to have a shower in your camping ground. Let's be honest. You're a pervert.
He's got points. He's got points.
And let's be honest, you're probably not gonna have a shower curtain that will fit me. That's gonna. So you're either
intentionally
inappropriate. No, I like the idea of camping. I do, and you know what? We'll see when things get going. Maybe we'll all come out there and visit you during the day or something. But that's the thing. Is my thing is more so like I have.
This dude is scrubbing in the shower.
Who am I scrubbing? She's like, oh, I'm like, listen, that is a one-person shower, okay, lady? I don't need that is inappropriate. That's not. But yeah.
No, he was scrubbing.
With some sort of chainsaw that I've made out of my own just to cut through my own body.
A loofah.
Okay, I don't think you understand that my shoulder size is around 58. So that they don't make.
Well, I'm sorry, I'm not going like this.
Think about it this way. For me to do that with something that you're describing, it would need to be the entire length of. If you go like this, okay, that's the length it would need to be for me to be like, ooh, I might be able to. Okay, like it's not. I'm a lot bigger than most people. See, I feel like she's forgotten. Like the first time she hugged me, she tried to put her arms around me, and I was like, and then she was like, "Oh, I can't do that." And I was like, "No, most people can't because I'm humongous."
That's okay. I still get in there, not like physically, like not like in that way, not like in that way.
It's still very uncomfortable. Let's be honest.
I'm sorry. I'm just gonna stop talking now.
No, this is at this point where like it's closer to go to China. Let's just keep on going. It's just we've passed the core. We've gone right through. At this point, we're digging up.
Did you used to ever dig to China when you were a kid? Like you sit in the sandbox and keep digging. You got clay. And you're like, I'm almost there.
No, I would hire the foreigners that are new to the neighborhood to do it, but that would be. See, and that's what we call an inappropriate joke, people. That's okay? Commerce. Hey,
yep,
that's
was
a very inappropriate joke.
Super.
Yeah, but
I've got my little fold-up shovel there, Dino, for us.
Hey, kidding me?
My little camping.
I get a little pickup truck and go around to the go around the neighborhood, say who needs a job today, just jump on the back, and I'll take you to my place.
You're just not going to stop, are
No.
you?
I say we go right through the center of the earth.
trying to save you?
Right through the center of the earth.
Okay.
No, see, this is, but that's the thing. So I am thinking of coming to visit you. That would be, I think it'd be fun.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be
See,
so
this is
fun.
this is the problem, is that okay. There's a reason people fear the dark, okay? Because it's the unknown. And that's fine. The difficulty is that I have is that my imagination is I believe they would be psychotically rampant when it comes into those scenarios, right? So
I get more scared at night at home. I don't sleep well at home compared to how I sleep in the bush. I sleep like a baby in the bush. I sleep horribly. I get so scared at home. I have to have like 10 night lights on. Meanwhile, in the bush, I don't need anything. I can fall asleep in the pitch dark, and I feel so comfortable.
well, this is my problem, is that I just assume I'm always being watched. So I'm very
I do it at home.
let's just pass by that. Let's just not. We're not going to acknowledge that, okay? Because that's sad. That's not a good topic, okay? So, like, and that's the thing, is that's why, like, I don't like going into water that's murky, because I can't see what's there. Like, I'm very visual and that kind of stuff, right? So, like, I read stories about guys who they went to a scuba diving resort, and one of the things was there was a thing where you could go night diving. Now, night diving is very, very intense, because number one, there's no light, even because there's no sun out. Number two is the experience is the unknown. Number three is a lot of times that's when there's no light, that's when fish will come closer to shore. But that includes bigger fish and scarier fish and more dangerous fish. Now, but then I read stuff like their experiences where these guys planned out a night fish. There was only like 3 of them that went to go do it. And when they went under, they turned off their... They went under, they got to a certain point that they had planned on, and they turned on their lights, and they had an extra person with them. And it's like, right? And then they're like,
Dino, every time you turn on the news in the morning, what do you hear? Somebody being shot here, somebody being shot there, somebody being, house invaded here, house invaded there, all around your neighborhood daily in the morning. You researched this. Or this came up on research.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, I'm less scared about a bullet because there's a lot of room between all of my organs, okay? But the mystery person in the water watching me, yeah, I got a serious problem with that, okay? I could say this, you know what, I've said that I am not afraid.
There's probably somebody that watches you every single day.
What is wrong with your fucking mind, you harpy? Why would you say something like that? I'm gonna punch you right in the head one day. I swear to God, you're gonna say shit like that, you're gonna get a book. It's gonna be like, hey, watch this clip as Crystal gets a book to the side of the fucking head for being a smart mouth.
I've got more books.
I've got more face and body, okay? Fuck you, bastard. She just loves, you know what? This is the problem, is I am definitely one of those people, you know when you see those memes where it's like, light on, pile of clothes, light off, demon here to kill me. I'm like, there's like 9 demons. They have a plan. I figured it out. I will sleep with a hammer under my pillow, and I sleep with my wife. And I'm like, if anyone touches me, they're fucking dead. Like, I will beat you to death. That's why I'm like, I have a very bad sleep patterns because and that's why like people have described it as like FOMO. It's the fear of missing out. Would you burp again? Oh my God.
Yeah, I do.
I make sure to include those burps every possible time in the clips. She's like, "Brr."
Why?
Why? Just to put you in your place, you evil harpy. Because she points it out when I burp.
I need to learn what this harpy means.
Oh.
I have a feeling it's not good.
It's better than bad, but not good. So, yeah. It's pretty status quo. Because I'm pretty sure if I fell asleep, I would.
haven't looked it up yet.
I feel like I'm gonna go visit her when she's camping, and I'm gonna be like, you know what? It's the afternoon. It's nice and shady. I'm gonna take a nap, and I'm gonna wake up to a knife at my throat, and she's gonna be like, "Hey, do you hear that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it's a knife against my fucking throat. Of course I fucking hear it." And she's like, "Just making sure." Like, what the fuck, man?
And a mustache drawn on you.
I feel like
with the penis on your
I feel like you would go Harry Potter symbol, then jizzing penis. Harry Potter symbol would start. Then she's like, maybe glasses, and then she's like, penis, and it would be like this. It would have like balls around my cheek, and then right across my eyebrows, and then the other eyebrow would be jizz. That's what she would do. I would just...
He thinks I'm not going to remember this.
Hey.
Except he just gave me the perfect idea. He thinks because I'm a pothead and I don't take notes. But clearly, this thing takes it in.
Listen, just be very clear. I will be staying for a day to chat, maybe record an episode, something like that. You...
Until I roof him and he passes out and we draw a Harry Potter symbol and a penis on his face. With big
You're going to be stuck there. You're going to be stuck there without proper shower implements with the words all over your face, okay? Because the fact is, while you may be stealthy, I am still 4 times your size and can pick you up with one hand, okay? Like, just to put into perspective, okay, so Crystal is 5'8". She does have ridiculous large feet, but she is 5'8". However, at the same time, I could grab her by her belt and just lift her up one-handed. So, just let's make sure that we have our...
I'm a lengthy woman.
I don't think that is something you should advertise. I'm a lengthy woman.
Yeah.
That is not, I don't think...
That's not hot. Okay, I've got the body of like a ballerina that's been on an eating disorder for a year. Bad eating disorder.
How about you have a very thin frame? Why don't we just say something
slender?
Great,
frame.
a slender frame.
Okay,
We just be nice. We don't have to be like, I look like someone who has an eating disorder. That's not nice. And you don't look like you have an eating disorder. You just look like someone who's very thin. That's all. Just someone who's exercises regularly, which isn't true.
I'm just really bothered by that guy's comment that's like, do you eat? I mean, my comeback was beautiful because I'm like, just babies. But...
just say adrenochrome and whippets. That's all I eat. That's baby's blood and whippets, baby. It's,
babies.
I didn't see that comment. I think that comment disappeared.
No, it was on the picture with my stepdad and I, because we got matching Skinner shirts.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "Do you eat?" And that's when I put just babies.
You know what you should respond to that? Nothing you have to offer there, Pervo. Just because no. Do you even eat? Like, I don't understand how dumb men are. It's very confusing.
Or have you not watched our podcast here?
I'm pretty sure that was a dig meant for me, so fuck you.
No, it said no, it's to him. Because I eat during the whole podcast.
Yeah, but she's like, have you watched our podcast? We have a stupid... Because I said, I can't believe how stupid men are. And her response was, have you seen our podcast? I'm like, hey.
Oh.
Hey. Some of us pretend to have feelings, okay? I pretend to have feelings very well, and I don't want to show my emotions.
You do by even noticing that. Because and that was a good burp. And it's not as gross from you, though, as it is for me. Let's be realistic.
Yeah, that's pretty true. I can't really...
It's so true.
You know what? But that's... At the same time, there are some... See, it's very, very... I don't know.
Don't get all woke on me on that one.
No.
It's gross when girls burp. Like, it's not, like, a thing. It's fine when men do it. When girls do it, it is gross. Like, we shouldn't burp. We shouldn't fart in public. Fucking holding your gas, ladies.
Don't take my material, okay? Number one. Number two is... I still have to tell you that bit. It's a pretty good bit. I think you'll like it. I think you will like it.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry, I always interrupt you.
You know what? I think we aired episode 55 today. And
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, she has not apologized for interrupting me often, but she interrupts me an obscene amount. So I just like, she doesn't really give a shit. She's just gonna interrupt me again. It's fine. I'm okay with it. She's like, no, I don't. Fuck you. It's great. It's a funny thing. But yeah, no, I feel like there are certain things that are okay. Like, so if a girl lets out a squeaky fart, I think that's cute. But if it's like you're like, no, that's not cute. That's not cute. She might have shit her pants. It's not cute. And that's why, like, I'll walk around and I'll just be going, and I'll do it behind people, and women are like, oh, and I'm like, oh my God, what's wrong with you? Did you just shit your pants? Just, if I'm having a really bad day, I will scream at people like, did you just shit your pants? Because I feel like that's the best way to ruin someone else's day. Because then they're like, did I shit? They start questioning if they've shit their pants. And I'll tell you right now, is I've been able to convince people they shit their pants. They didn't even fart. Okay?
Oh, God.
And I'll tell you, there's no greater joy than the embarrassment somebody who doesn't realize they shit their pants gets convinced that they shit their pants. It is hilarious.
Hilarious. It really is. You know, what's your shirt say?
Oh, it says, that's a horrible idea. What time? It's a horrible idea. What time? Because
I like it. And he's got slicked hair today. I thought that he got a haircut, but he just slicked it.
That's
like a 50s husband that he wants to be.
I am. I'm successfully a 50s husband. I do fuck all around here. See, but I'm smart about it.
50s husbands do lots.
Yeah, like
they bring home the
come
bacon,
home.
They gotta cut the grass. They take out the garbage. That's right.
Listen,
they barbecue.
You keep your stereotypes to yourself, okay? I am a new age 50s husband. I do fuck all. But I sprinkle it with an occasional coffee early in the morning. Or flowers,
yes.
Flowers without then grabbing her hand and putting it to my penis. See? That's the key.
Oh, that's genius.
I'll tell you right now, if you ever want to make a girl happy, bring her flowers and ask nothing back from her. Number one.
For no reason.
Exactly.
Just 'cause.
Number one, it fucks with their head so much. Because the women have this weird assumption, and it's a horrible thing, is that you've bought flowers either as an apology, which you can prove, no, I just thought I'd bring you something nice, and then they assume that they have to give you something. So by rejecting their advances, it just keeps them off kilter, and I'll tell you, the fucking you'll get in 1 to 3 days later, she'll probably even give up the butthole. I'm just telling you, they'll be like, I'm so crazy in love because you brought me flowers for no reason. And you'd think that that's a bad... No, that's exactly what happens. Chicks go crazy.
That's great advice.
I know.
That's great
I'm a good
advice.
husband. What can I say?
Yeah.
I'm like, like...
Flowers are wonderful.
Top tier mediocre. I'm like the best mediocre husband you can get. That's what I think. You know?
The best mediocre husband.
That's what I like. I'm top tier mediocre. I'm like a C++ or like a B-. Like that's my happy area. You know? I think that's reasonable.
I think that's pretty reasonable.
Well, like we're not animals.
I think I would make like a B- wife. No, I think I would make an A+ wife.
Depends on the decade.
Because I'm a people pleaser.
Well, yeah. Let's just say that. Let's just move on. We're gonna go on to the next segment.
Are we?
Yeah, because you're saying things, and I'm like, there's a lot of really mean jokes, and I don't want to be mean today. I feel like being positive and nice. So
why shouldn't we be mean? We're always mean.
Yeah, but you don't deserve mean today.
Fragile.
You are a little I didn't want to say you were being fragile because you're a very strong, independent woman. You're very tough and you're very capable. But that doesn't mean that people can't feel fragile, right? There are times. Listen, I am very.
Oh, I'm super fragile right now. You look at me funny right now, and I'll come cut you.
I'm just gonna do the rest of the show with a face like this. Hello. Just to, really round out the creepiness.
I haven't even got to eating breakfast yet. I have not got to brush my teeth yet. Like, we're doing this.
I feel like I'm being punished because she woke up late. She woke up late, couldn't brush her teeth, couldn't have breakfast, and now it's my fault.
No, I'm dealing with a diarrhea situation.
No, we don't talk about it. You just say,
my own.
Hey. See, from your perspective, from your perspective, you thought you were making it better by saying it wasn't my own diarrhea. You did not. You very much did not. Let's just say it's...
I wish it was.
I know. What? I don't think that's making it better either. That is not the crowd that were, let's say, our main target audience is not the people that like to poop their own pants with diarrhea. Just saying. We welcome you as a listener.
I'd be a lot easier to carry and pick up and change. And I'm a lot lighter. I got myself. I'm a lot more mobile.
Listen.
I'm lifting up my own shirt now. I'm touching myself. That's how tired and hungry I am. Do you ever get so tired and hungry that you rub yourself all better? You're like, it's okay.
So
you rub your own back and your own belly.
We try and stay positive here, guys. Because it's about emotional support to gain stability through that support. So sometimes when we're talking, we maybe open ourselves up a little bit too much. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
You don't ever rub your own belly and back and tell yourself it's going to be okay?
I don't think there's a good way for me to answer that question, I'll be honest with you. Because, I'll be honest with you, I have rubbed my belly in a comforting way before, but not telling myself it's going to be okay. That's more, those are two, like, I rub my belly to feel good, like, I feel good, and I rub my belly. Not like, don't worry, honey, it's gonna be okay. That's not, those two are conflicting ideas.
Sometimes you gotta nurture yourself. Sometimes you get...
I don't think those two go together. Listen, you don't really have a belly to be rubbing, so I don't think this is very fair. You're very thin.
I do.
Not really. You have a belly area, but
like
not...
a little rolls here.
Listen, lady, okay, you can't, don't take away my rights, okay? This is, you're appropriating my culture, okay? Being fat is a worldwide, non-sexist culture, okay? We exist everywhere.
Well, what culture do I get? Don't try to take my skinny white girl broken culture.
Listen, you soulless ginger, okay? Listen, that's... Your people are the soulless kind. Possibly vampires. Possibly vampires.
I do have vampires.
Stop opening your mouth to the camera, for fuck's sake.
Okay.
Every fucking time she's like, you're like, that's not, you gotta understand.
And do you notice we have 2 more subscribers?
Those are friends of mine, just so you know. Stop judging yourself, okay? No, so a buddy of mine who works in film and commercials, he was the one, so I bought 2 new those ring light thingies for us to use. So one's getting shipped to you, one's getting shipped to me. It should be here by Wednesday. So we'll have to experiment with that.
It's tomorrow.
Why do you have to tell everybody our business? We're out of time, Crystal. I don't know what have you been doing this whole time?
We're getting ring lights for our butts. We're gonna put them around our butts and it's gonna light up our butts. It looks like a little pillow that you put under your butt just in case you got the roids.
That is definitely not what it is, and that's not what we're gonna be doing. So, morning motivation, guys.
Good thing you clarified that.
I'd like to start a poll for the morning motivation of should we get Crystal a ball gag? I think this is not necessary for certain times of the episode. And then I'm thinking we could add like a niche environment to our podcast. No. So, you know what the worst part is? She's like, I'm into it. You're like, no, that's not helping. You're not helping. So inappropriate. Anyways, this has been horribly inappropriate. I love my wife. Let's start with that. Morning motivation for today, guys. We're still in quarantine-ish. A lot of places are opening, which is great to see, and a lot of businesses are really taking time. We mentioned Crazy Jacks in one of the episodes that just aired, that they're taking the time to separate people and social distance and do all this kind of stuff. Stop yawning right into the microphone.
Sorry.
And she's like, sorry. Okay. But a lot of people are still saying, oh, when are we going to get back to normal? Businesses saying, when are we going to get back to normal? Businesses, employees, when are we going to get back to normal? And I feel like this is a misnomer that we're all experiencing. Can you make some more noise from that side? That'd be great. I really appreciate it. Fucking dick. It's like, I'm listening in.
I'm sorry.
Get your candy out. Get your candy out. Just get it done. Come on. I'm waiting for you. Okay, you're a nice person. You can have some candy, okay? Make all the noise you want. It's fine. Anyways, I feel like we're falling into a trap of looking into the past with our hopes and dreams. Earlier on, we were talking about how some people try and recreate the past because that was their joyous time. And I get that. That's the whole idea about living memories and things of that nature. They bring us those feelings that we experienced, that joy, that amazement, that love that we had. The problem is that there's two very important things. Is we can't change history, number one. And those who forget history, we've all heard the saying, are doomed to repeat it. So while we may be driven to reminisce about times gone by, I think it's more important that we try and evaluate and structure ourselves to grow from them. Because I'll be honest, like I think we've talked about it more than once. Is I have an ex-wife, and that was a hard experience to go through. It was a very hard experience to go through. I don't wish it on anyone. Would I change it though? No, I wouldn't. I may have changed certain elements of it, how it went down, or something of that nature. But ultimately, it was the right decision. Now, that's not to say that I didn't have good times with my ex-wife. We did. We went on trips. We had an enjoyable time many times. It was great, but it went bad. So rather than choosing to reminisce about those good times, I've used the experience to try and better myself, make myself a better husband to Victoria. And I think that's a good thing. Granted, when your ex-wife's name is Crystal and your current co-host's name is Crystal, things can get a little bit messy at times. But what's important is I'm using that knowledge to try and become a better person. You know what? I'm glad you're laughing because I know you find joy in this because I just aired that point where I fucked up so hard. And it was all Crystal's fault. Both this one and my ex-wife, it's both their fault. I had nothing to do with it. They have perverted my mind. That's obviously.
Don't put me in with her. And they don't.
All crystals everywhere are the worst. No, they're not. That's not true. But the point is this. We see those motivational posters thinking about, the past is gone, present is a gift, and the future, we don't know what's to come, right? And those are, and I'm obviously butchering that, but what I want people to say, to really take from this, is that we have to take the time to remember what happened, grow from what happened, but don't ignore the present in anticipation of reliving the past. It is toxic, and we have to kind of pull ourselves away from the toxicity. It's like having that one more beer. Do we want to have the one more beer? Yes, everyone wants to have the one more beer, but that doesn't make it the right decision, right? Because now, maybe we're too intoxicated to drive. Maybe we've spent too much money at the bar. Maybe we're allowing our principles to slide away because of alcohol. all these things are factors in, and that's why we have to grow from our experience instead of going, oh, I wish I never did that. Instead saying, I know that I know why that happened, and I know how I can make sure it doesn't happen again. But that's why I'm just thinking, be cognizant of the present, because that's what will change tomorrow, and that's what we have to do. I think that's all I have to say. We're way over time, but Crystal, where can everyone find you?
Everybody can find me at Simply Me on YouTube, Crystal Morency on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and Dino.
Guys, Dino the Genetic Marvel. Dino the Genetic Marvel. I'm on YouTube, Instagram. I have a Facebook fan page. I have Twitter as well. Morning Motivational Rant. We are on Instagram. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. We're everywhere. We have the audio on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Overcast Podcasts, Radio Public, and Spotify. Guys, have a great day. Stay motivated, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.